So let me ask you a different question. Have you ever found somebody who has told you that they have achieved a work-life balance? No. Like no, nobody. Even the people that have this magical work-life balance don't have work-life balance. And by that very rationale, work-life balance is an illusion. I'll tell you right now, work-life balance is an illusion. A lot of people have play on words like, oh, work-life integration. Like, what the heck does that mean? So what, you're going to take your kids to work with you? Or that, it's weird. Like, work-life balance is a 100% an illusion. And the problem is, it's since that construct exists of work-life balance and we talk about it a lot, we generally use it as an excuse to either overworking or not working at all or not getting progress done. Here's what I mean. Let's actually bring it to life. The people who talk about work-life balance are the ones that actually have a significant problem with two things: clarity and prioritization. Clarity and prioritization. When you know exactly what you want your life to be like, as my friend Todd Conklin says, when you can see your life in high definition, when you can see it as a vivid vision, you have extreme clarity on what you want to actually accomplish with your life. And I'll tell you, 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs that I mentor don't have that in the beginning. Like, having a very clear understanding, a high definition understanding, a very granular perspective on exactly how you want your life to be is just non-existent for most people, especially entrepreneurs who have the capability to make it so. And so, since we don't have that, we end up with FOMO, fear of missing out, of wanting to do everything. We're like, oh, I want to write a book. I want to have a blog. I want to be on Instagram. I want to be an influencer. I want to have tons of traffic. I want to have a big email list. I want to have a big company. I want to 10x. I want to read like 18 books. I want to read these 3 podcast courses. I want to read this ebook. I want to go on a vacation with my family. Did you see when like my family stuff was solo? I want to spend time with my children. I want to go to their recital. I want to have six-pack abs. Like, are you serious? That stuff, these are all very hard to do in a short compressed period of time. It's very hard to have balance. You can't have all of these things. There's this amazing quote that says, you can have everything, just not at the same time, just not right now. Our job is to choose what we want to have right now. So I will say the lack of perceived balance that people have is because of the lack of prioritization. And the problem is, very few people can prioritize themselves. Prioritization is one of those things that you have to actually talk it out. Prioritization is a co-creation. It has to come from somebody that knows you very well, that does not judge you, but still has the same aligned goals as you do. Right? So it's not your business partner. It's not, it may be your spouse, but she doesn't have the capabilities or he doesn't have the capabilities. Prioritization is something that needs to be co-created. I've tried to prioritize things based on the clarity that I have. The clarity is yours, but the prioritization needs to be co-created with a total badass. And that badass is a coach, a mentor, an advisor that is completely aligned with the goals that you want to achieve. And so that that person can say, that Sharran, that doesn't align with the clarity that you have set for yourself. Work-life balance is essentially not having the artifact that is aligned with your clarity, so that you know when you wake up and when you're working on things, what you say yes to and what you say no to. Work-life balance is just a filter for what you say yes to and what you say no to. And most people don't know what to say yes to and what to say no to because nobody has helped them co-create that with them on what they should say yes to and what they should say no to. Because if you have not co-created that, you very easily will change the rules on yourself. That's the problem. Regardless of the badass entrepreneur that you are, you will change the rules on yourself. That's how we're wired. We always want to say yes. We always want to say yes to more things. We always want to say more, be more, do more, give more, create more. So that's why entrepreneurs on an average Monday morning start their week with 17 things to do and they end their week with 35 things more to do, even though they've accomplished more than what the world has accomplished around them. Work-life balance is an excuse for not having extreme clarity and co-created prioritization. And everyone everyone talks about, oh, what are your priorities? No, I really mean that. Your priorities mean nothing if they are not co-created with somebody that you have an insane amount of respect for, that you know that you're going to let down. I will tell you right now, some of the entrepreneurs that I mentor, they're such amazing entrepreneurs that they don't even mind letting me down. And if they don't mind letting me down, meaning they don't even do what they committed to doing, they're gonna let you think they won't let themselves down. Of course they will. Of course they will. Right? And so it's not about accountability, it's about co-created priorities. Accountability is interesting. Accountability is like, hey, call me and tell me your numbers. Like, I have professional accountability. Like, whatever. I have paid people to hold me accountable. I've paid physical personal trainers to meet me at the gym at 5 a.m. every morning. And there are days when I wake up at 4:55 and I find a way to make an excuse to not show up. Does that mean that I don't have accountability? Probably, but accountability is not the answer. Co-created prioritization is the answer for entrepreneurs. So if you can go through the process of creating clarity, hey, what do I really want? And can I have this vivid vision? Can I see my life in high definition, so that I can see the details of the exact office that I'm in, the people that I'm serving, the transformations that I'm getting, the exact color of my brand campaign, like down to the detail. Do you have that clarity? Do you have the clarity on how you look when you walk in those tight skinny jeans? Do you have the clarity when you hit that amazing backhand volley and that's how good your tennis game is? Do you have the clarity of you being a 4 handicap? Do you have the clarity of you taking your son on a father-son trip? Do you have the clarity on the exact amount of money that is sitting in each of your bank accounts and your investments? Do you have that clarity? It can be anything, because it's okay to want what you want, but then it's taking the clarity and building and co-creating the priorities with a mentor who has been there, who has done that, who lives this life daily, who can help you look around the corner and say, hey, I don't think 14 priorities, Sharran, for you is the right answer. Then you'll start saying, I don't have work-life balance. The answer is finding the priorities, sticking to the priorities, so that the priorities have a really great alignment with your clarity. And that can only be done with co-creation. So work-life balance to me is a modern day constructed excuse. And that's just my perspective. If you can prioritize what you're working on, what you're getting after, then you don't really have an issue with work-life balance. But I'll tell you the one thing that is super important: an entrepreneur that has a support system, say by example for family, coaches and mentors in your corner, a great mastermind group or community, will always do better than an entrepreneur who just hustles and grinds. And I'll tell you why. If I, as an entrepreneur, I'm right here and I'm doing amazing things, I'm creating amazing results. Let's say I'm single for whatever reason, and I have all the time in the world to grind and work hard and make a lot of progress. I will tell you right now, even though I can work less time, because I have a strong family support system, a strong mastermind group, amazing coaches and mentors that I pay a lot of money for, so that I can, as a symbol of my seriousness, my performance will increase. And that is because when you know that you have a baseline of a support system, your support system will start to lift you up. People always think that I'm investing in coaches and mentors and, oh, is this person worth it? Right? That's a really bad way to look at it. What you're thinking about is, does this person give me a platform where I can just do more naturally, just by being associated and involved with them? And not just about who the coaches and mentors in your life, but also with your family. If you have a really strong relationship with your family, like my wife knows who I am, what I do. My wife knows that being a great father and being a great husband and being a great family man is not good enough for me. She knows that. She knows that I am underperforming in my life, and my ambitions and my ability to be a better father and a better husband actually requires me to have better capabilities as a better entrepreneur. If I don't have that, I'm actually terrible at home. She knows that when I'm stressed out at work, or I'm not able to do more, be more, give more, create more, that I am not as good of a husband or a father. That is the problem with the work-life balance. And so what she does is she says, hey, go do your work, go get an extra few hours on a Saturday and Sunday night, wake up early on a Monday morning and get things done, because let me support you so that I can have my husband back when he is here with me. It's not about work-life balance or words like work-life integration. Like, that's interesting to me, but it's about co-creating prioritization. How can you have somebody that will help you decide and align with the life that you want to live and actually make that and put that into reality. Because balance is an illusion. Balance is an illusion, but priorities are a choice. Priorities are a choice. So don't think work-life balance. Think amazing prioritization to change your life forever.